Good afternoon, all. So hopefully we've got the audio figured out for the channel. I know it's not wonderful right now, still working on potentially getting obviously a better microphone, but first of all, I'm here first and foremost as a creating educational platform or journal slash feedback from the community, just as a resource. So I know a lot of the ones that I've already recorded have been cut too short, but unfortunately the sound was bad in last night's video. I uploaded my Premiere. Price action was right around this section. I said that I was looking for price to get into the box either in London or in New York and then take out Tuesday's low. If you look at those videos, none of this price action's here, obviously. And you will see that I'm not delayed on anything. I'm not in market replay. I'm not doing anything other than live data. You can actually see the time down here and everything else. But you'll see that I called it. In one of the videos, I actually had a buy limit at 46.25. The high of this candle came in at 43.15. So I was sleeping during London, so I didn't make adjustments to that. I watched this movement just like everyone else did. And then when New York hit, if you notice, I had an eye right here. And that was, I felt like this was going to move me down into here. I took some trades down through here to get to here. But if you notice, well before price action was here, I felt like price was going to reject off of this area. And just so you can see it, in full disclosure, here is that 15-minute order block that I felt like we were going to bounce off of. And I felt like that was sufficient enough to make sure we've already done the 1, 2, 3 for an ICT level swing. And I felt that's where we were going to do. And then regroup, potentially go longer or continue to go short. That's still to be remained. I have not made a forecast for that. But just a quick rundown of the channel. You can see here, FMOC came out. So if you were listening and you just got here, got in where my box was, you would have only endured, let's see here, what is that? 2.25 points of drawdown and taking profits at Tuesday's low, 34 pips with a total move of 54. And then if you were with me this morning or saw that I was looking for this area and even took in at the beginning of my boxed area, worst case scenario, you would only suffered 6.75 points drawdown and would have been able to yield at minimum 26 if you were going to where I was looking, or just a retest of this low. Could have potentially got another 30. So, in one day, that's 2 trades that are well over, 30 points. One's a little over 30 points, but could have easily got over 30 points. And that's really all you need for a week. ICT teaches that as well. Now, in the upcoming weeks, I will show my involvement in the trades. This is just kind of getting everything set up and organized so that you can see that, for one, that if you come to my channel and you like and subscribe and you continually watch what I'm putting out, obviously my audio is going to get better, my video is going to get better, but you also see live trades. I'll discuss why I took those trades, why I got a part of it. Again, what I'm applying is information that I've learned through Inner Circle Trader, ICT, Michael Huddleston. I was in his 2020 mentorship group. I watched his videos for a year and a half prior to that, and he really resonated with me, and I've really worked hard. I am now going live. I'm not suggesting that you go live because the markets obviously have a great deal of risk, and that can only be done in your time. And my greatest suggestion I can give, or best suggestion I can give you, is just listen to ICT on how he says that you should develop into when and how you would go live, and if you do. If you want to demo trade this, if you want to ride along, if you want to compare notes, that's fine. Now, I'm not up for anyone's other interpretation. Um, other than what I listen from ICT or in our mentorship group. By all means, I don't have everything figured out, but this is my interpretation of the price action and his teaching of what I've learned so far and how I'm going to apply it moving forward. What I want to show is that an average Joe can take a very small account and trade it, work it up. I will also show, prop firms and how I qualify for those and move up and be able to add liquidity, add capital to my live accounts and continue to keep growing them. And I can just take a $300 starting investment and turn it into right around a trading career. So this is not an overnight process. Again, this is a journaling, my rendition of what I've acquired from ICT, and hopefully if ICT doesn't resonate with you, maybe this will. Hopefully it will help you. Again, I am just an average guy doing probably average things, but we'd love for you to like and subscribe and listen and watch and see if we can all learn a few things. You're going to see my triumphs. You're going to see my failures. I'm not afraid of the accountability. That's why I'm at the point where I feel like I'm willing to do these trades live in front of you. But this is how I'm going to try to attempt to show that you can grow a very small account if you apply what you can learn from Inner Circle Trader and just be very committed and dedicated to your trading plan and follow a rule-based system. So, love to hear from you in the comments. See how we can improve the channel as we grow. And again, want to keep it positive. This is a good place for people to share and feel welcomed and, get feedback from each other. And hopefully, maybe you'll get something from this. Maybe something will click. You'll get that aha moment that maybe you've been struggling if you like Inner Circle Traders information, and then you can bring that back and maybe you can get maybe see a different side of it so that maybe it could pull in some understanding or something maybe you've been struggling with, and we can all come to the markets a little bit more equipped each and every day. So again, just wanted to give you an idea of the opening days of the YouTube channel. That unfortunately you can see my mouse moving quite a bit. I did think you can see me almost point to here. I thought it would come into here, either London or potentially even New York. It came in London, came down, did exactly where all these are still the same place where I thought it was. So you see that was the first one. And then in the morning, my next one was, I felt like it had already kind of made its move. I felt like I saw this move kind of happening here. You can see that I actually denote this prior to it happening. And then also I was waiting for this move to unravel, so that I felt like would bring price back up around FMOC. Either way, definitely good, just a little bit of before action, just so you can see that there is some relevancy of why, I want to form a YouTube channel and get my name out there and let people see that this stuff can be applied and it can be used for success. I'm not saying I've got it all figured out, but again, I'm an average guy, only a couple years into, being a dad, being still having to go to work and all this. 47-year-old man with 3 kids still, so I don't have every day to devote to it. But even if you are like I am, and you can only put a couple hours into it each day, maybe even a week, that you can get to the point where you can help yourself develop a little more financial freedom, um, just in case things, you were to lose your job, um, markets go down, your 401k goes away. I mean, I have guys who work with me, and the poor guy I work with, we run a place. We're part of the leadership. He's about to retire, and took about 15% hit to his 401k this year alone, and last year. And I hate to see that, I mean, this guy should have been retired, and he's probably hanging around for longer than he wanted to, just because of things like that. But, um, he's not aware that what you can do in the markets, or even willing to, attempt it, but that he could, potentially, if he took a couple years and studied this, he could more than get what he lost in just this year alone back. So, there's just so many options that I'm going to show people that that's how a normal average guy can start listening to the Inner Circle Trader and start developing a plan for yourself, and how you can start putting these things together, and that it can be done. And if you aren't a guy that has 20,000, 100,000 to just put into markets, and come heck or high water, you're going to make it. You know, uh, that's I mean, a lot of guys can't pay for the $200,000 FTMO challenges one after another until they hit one and then get a big payout. It's guys that on a shoestring budget that really have to know what they're doing, because they have so much at stake. You know, kids' education. Do your kids get new school shoes and things like that? So I want to show that group of people, and even if you are a Goldman Sachs guy, maybe I'm going to be able to. Maybe you've been struggling with some of. You're starting to see how how good Inner Circle's information is, and maybe you haven't got that aha moment, and maybe something I'll say or do will kind of shed some light on that. And if it all helps, again, I'm just coming from a place of, obviously, for one, journaling what I'm doing, showing my attempt at, going at this market, trying to change my trajectory in life, and just want to have some people along the way, and just a visual documentation of what's going on. So with that, I bid you adieu. I'll probably check in maybe tonight, probably tomorrow morning, just to see if there's anything setting up that potentially either will continue this run higher, or if we're just going to go ahead, the dollar's going to go ahead and rally to where I think it's going to do, and this will continue on with a spot that I've already denoted that in other videos, that right here, this original consolidation down here, and come down and take that out. I really think it can come down to that 42.10, and I think we might get there, but that's still to be seen. I liked so far this week. This from about here on has been very predictable for me. So I'm just trying to get in the groove, get things rolling, so that next week or two, when the kids start school and I can devote more time during the week towards this, that we're off and running, and hopefully, maybe it might help you to get going on your path as well. So with that, I bid you adieu. Have a wonderful evening. Please like and subscribe. I'd like to hear from you soon.